Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
Wednesday, and as mentioned, all of our guests today brought to you by our title sponsor, Able Auctions, ableauctions.ca. Lions hosting Hamilton Friday at BC Place. Lions 7-7 after losing a couple of weeks ago, 33-17 to the Argos. Coming off a bye week, we're joined now by Lions head coach and co-GM Rick Campbell. Rick, thanks for doing this, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Very well. Did your group need that bye week, Rick?
I think it was good. We were the only team in the league that hadn't had the second bye, so we had played 7 games in a row. So I'm thinking it's good. It feels good right now. We've gone through practice this week. I've liked the energy, and we're hoping to get some guys back. So we're only 4 games to go. So it's amazing how fast these weeks are flying by.
Yeah, it moves quickly. Your team was so impressive against Montreal and Ottawa, and then along came the Argos. What did you learn in that game, Rick?
They had better energy than us. They looked a step faster, and when a play needed to be made, they did it. It seems to be happening to multiple teams in this league. Like Toronto got their butts handed to them by Ottawa, and then they come and beat us. And on the flip side, we go to Montreal. They're coming off a bye week, and we look like world beaters. And then it just really shows there's a lot of parity in the league. You really have to show up full energy, prepared, ready to go to beat anybody in this league.
Hey, Rick, so in that Toronto game, you pulled Nathan Rourke at halftime. Vernon Adams comes in. Now you're going back to Rourke. Talk about that decision.
Yeah, for me, it wasn't about going away from Nathan. It was just our football team. Like I said, I mentioned about the energy in the game. I didn't like the way we were functioning, and that wasn't at all to just do with the quarterback. It was that we had another guy there that plays at a very high level in VA, and we were just looking for a spark in that game. So that's really what it was all about. I was just trying to manage a game and trying to find a way to win, and not a reflection on Nathan's play.
And going back to Rourke, talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we like the continuity. He's been playing several weeks now, and we think there's room to grow and to keep getting better. So I'm not going to be a guy that's quick to pull guys out of the game. I don't want to mess with our quarterbacks and have them trying to guess as far as what's going on. And it's certainly not a competition. It's not to send messages, nothing like that. In my eyes, I hope Nathan starts every single game the rest of the way, and we play really well. That would be the best case scenario.
Hey, Rick, I don't know if you remember Dickinson and Printers in Vancouver many, many years ago. It wasn't a very good situation in terms of, Printers wanted to play and he wasn't getting in. Vernon Adams, attitude is everything. It seems like, and it looks like, and you would have better insight, Rick, he's been really good since, he lost his job because of injury. And, Nathan comes back in. How has he taken, his life flipped upside down kind of?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say he lost his job because of injury. I think it was a unique situation where a guy came back from the NFL that was originally our guy. Mm-hmm. So it's a pretty unique situation. And VA has been excellent, though. He has been, I keep learning more and more about him. The more I get to hang around him and the more I like him, because he is a true leader, and that regardless of his role, and just like in 2022, regardless of his role, he's always a leader. He's always positive. He's always trying to help the team, the coaches, Nathan, whatever that is. So, good on him. And, there's some lessons to be learned on how you go about your life, in my opinion. I learn stuff from him every day about gratitude and just being happy to be a part of it. And I think most of all, he wants to see the Lions win this year. You saw him from before we even started the season. He talked about the BC Lions giving us the best chance to win the Grey Cup, and that I don't think that's changed for him at all.
Rick, has your team, I don't know how much you can tell us, but has your team been contacted about Vernon Adams by other teams?
I know people are interested. I can't say about direct official contact, but of course people are always kicking the tires about certain things. But I'll go back to what I said from the very get-go when it happened very quickly, and that Nathan interested in coming back. For me, a part of the deal was that VA was going to be a part of it because he was too valuable, too much a part of the team, too much a leader, and that mindset hasn't changed. And so I still think we're in a great spot to have two high-end CFL quarterbacks that we know we can win with.
Rick, I know it's not just about one person, especially when it comes to the game of football, but what are you seeing in Nathan Rourke now versus 2 years ago?
I think he's just going to keep getting more comfortable as he goes. The thing that hasn't changed, I'll say that first, is his work ethic, his competitiveness, the way he shows up here every day. That's what VA and Nathan have in common, is that they are very driven and they are very focused on the team winning. So I think it just helps he's had more experience and that he's been through a few football teams, few different coaches, few different playbooks, probably gives him a bigger perspective on things as far as football goes. But I think it just helps him to have the continuity now and get back in the swing of 12-man football with 3 downs. And like I said, I think he's just going to continue to settle in and get better as it goes.
Let's get back to the start of the conversation, Rick, if you don't mind. You talked about your team's energy against the Argos. I don't care what sport it is, what level you're playing. That's always a big mystery. Sometimes your team has that energy, sometimes it doesn't. What do you do Friday? And again, it can be a crapshoot. What do you do Friday to make sure that energy is there?
Yeah, well, part of my job is to make sure that they are fresh, that we're getting all the work in that we can do, but that their bodies and, that they got good legs and they're ready to go. That's what I'm hoping the bye week does for us. I didn't suspect the Toronto game was a lack of want to or overlooking anything like that. I just think we didn't have the juice, and it's not making excuses, but I think the travel to Ottawa, travel to Victoria, which was a great week and a big week, traveling to Montreal. I don't like to make excuses, but I also try to be aware of what's going on, and I don't know if that caught up to us or what. But I know all our guys want to win in the worst way, and I know they show up to meetings and practice the way they're supposed to. And I'm hoping that break, let everybody reset their mind, reset their body, and show up the way we know we can show up on Friday.
Versus Hamilton Friday at BC Place. Rick, thanks for doing this, sir. All the best.
You betcha. Thank you.